Hey, Daniel here. So I've been using SpectraLayers since version 7 back in 2020 and purchased every upgrade since. Made multiple videos on how to use it effectively, and it's become a cornerstone in my audio engineering workflow, not just for audio restoration, but for mixing music in general. And this is usually the part where I walk through the new features, run some audio comparisons against the previous version or competing tools, and share my verdict. But having spent the last 2 weeks reviewing the official demo videos, YouTube reviews, the manual, and multiple forum discussions, I've come to the realization that SpectraLayers 13 isn't the upgrade I was waiting for, at least not yet. Here are 3 reasons why. My main issue is that there are no audible improvements to the unmixed song module, and that module is one of the primary reasons I use SpectraLayers in the first place. A decent portion of my mixing work involves receiving 2-track stereo instrumentals from clients, and the unmixed song module makes handling those files far more practical, allowing me to isolate and rebalance elements that would otherwise be stuck together. The algorithm has improved meaningfully with each version up until now. To be clear, SpectraLayers 13 does introduce new unmixed modules such as unmixed 2 voices, unmixed sound effects, and improvements to the unmixed components module. The unmixed song, arguably the most widely used separation tool in the application since SpectraLayers started shipping with Cubase, is noticeably absent from the improvements list. Now, it's worth acknowledging the broader context here. In the year of our Lord 2026, stem separation has become an arms race. Platforms like MVSep and Gaudio Studio are arguably pushing ahead in raw separation quality, but I'd argue that the workflow advantages of SpectraLayers, unmixing seamlessly within your DAW project files, or using it with DaVinci Resolve for video work combined with the spectrogram display and manual cleanup processes like the Magic Wand and transfer tools are things very few competitors can match. Unmixing audio will never be perfect, and SpectraLayers gives you the tools to refine what the algorithm misses, and that should not be underestimated. Meaningful unmixed song improvements arrived as an early patch during the V12 cycle, so I haven't lost hope. My second concern is the annual release cadence itself. This isn't unique to SpectraLayers. Most other audio software applications can get these hands too, as each new major version introduces regressions, bugs in processes, workflows, and tools that have worked previously. And with SpectraLayers 13, you don't have to speculate about that. The evidence is there in the Steinberg forums and the latest patch notes. To be fair, Robin Lebel, the creator of SpectraLayers, is visibly active and responsive when issues are raised. And the turnaround on fixes is genuinely good, which is rare in this industry. But that doesn't change the underlying problem. You shouldn't have to wait for a patch on something you just paid for that's broken. Which brings me to something that would actually help with this. A day 1 trial. If you can test the release in your own DAW, on your own hardware, before committing money, the risk disappears entirely. Even new versions of Cubase now offer trials at release. Releasing a trial on day 1 signals confidence in the product, as far as I'm concerned. That said, here's what I'll give them credit for. Steinberg haven't gone the subscription route. Your V12 license doesn't expire because V13 exists, you're not being forced to upgrade, and in an industry where you will own nothing and be happy is increasingly the norm, that matters more than most would give it credit for. Fun fact, SpectraLayers was briefly owned by Sony, and given Sony's recent removal of purchased digital content due to licensing disputes, I'm glad Steinberg honors perpetual licenses. It's also worth mentioning SpectraLayers 13 is now available on a 365-day license, a useful middle ground if you want access without the full commitment. Basically, the buggy launch is why you'd want to hold off, and the perpetual license is why you actually can. The last reason, whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, nothing is truly free, including software upgrades. The upgrade price from version 12 to 13 sits at approximately $90 depending on region. That figure isn't outrageous on its own, but there is a legit grievance about how the pricing is structured for loyal users. If I add up the upgrade price from version 7 to 12, I've already paid more than the current new user price, and it accumulates with each version. Now, of course, developers have to eat as well, and I'm in no way suggesting the product isn't worth paying for. SpectraLayers is competitive against RX, which can cost more than 3 times the asking price at roughly $1,400. And iZotope's upgrade pricing is rarely much kinder. It just means every upgrade decision should warrant genuine scrutiny and not blind loyalty. So where does that leave things? For me, SpectraLayers remains one of the most powerful audio tools in my workflow. Version 12 continues to do everything I need it to do. The new post-production features in version 13, such as Ambience Heal, Unmix 2 Voices, Voice Declick, Attenuate, these are genuinely useful additions for working in film and podcast dialogue. But for music-focused work, with no audible unmixed song improvement, and an annual cycle that kind of punishes the loyal early adopter, I'm adopting the wait-and-see approach. Let me know your experiences and thoughts with SpectraLayers in general. If you've upgraded, tell me what I'm missing. As always, take care.